What's going on, y'all? JT with an unboxing and look at the HPI Vorza Flux. I know some of you guys are saying, wait a minute, you had one before. Yeah, I actually did. This is actually my 5th Vorza, but it's actually the first Vorza that I've gotten that's brand new. The ones I've had in the past have always been used. And I got rid of the ones I previously had because I wasn't sure what was going on with HPI, but they have kind of come back alive a little bit and started releasing these now. The price of these have really gone up. They are actually like $739 right now, which is very expensive. They were $599 before, and the price shot up $140. So a quick history of the Vorza. The Vorza was the very first 100-mile-per-hour car, was the very first buggy that you could get, that you could run 6S on, that I can recall. You guys see here, it says 64 miles per hour, but that's if you change out the stock spur gear from a 48 to a 46 and you do 21-tooth pinion gear. So you're probably gonna get in the 50s out the box. We'll give this a test. And there's been a couple of changes since its original release, I think over 12, 13 years ago. The motor in the ESC has changed. It's more kind of, I think, of a Hobby Wing rebrand. It's not too much of the Castle stuff they had in here before. It did have like a torque motor and stuff, and it no longer has that. It's still a 2200 kV motor, but you know, that's just been changed. But this buggy did come with a 4mm chassis, which I'll show that to you guys, and it was made of 775 aluminum as well. So it was one of the heaviest buggies at its time, but it was also one of the strongest. And like I said, it was one of the very first ones where they were doing 100-mile-per-hour speed passes with this, even with the 2200 kV motor in it. They were doing a couple of things. So I was pretty impressed with this when I first saw this at the track back in 2000, I want to say 7 or 8, and they were running it on 4S, and it just sounded so cool. So I always wanted one. I ended up getting one, I think couple of years later. It had to be around 2010 because it was my first 8-scale buggy. A friend was selling, I went ahead, bought it, liked it, and then someone offered me a lot of money for it, so it was gone. And then I ended up getting a few more, etc., etc. But go on, behold, I have another one brand new here. This bad boy is not going anywhere. I have been looking at it for a minute, and bam, here it is. Glad it's here. So let's go ahead and let's crack this box open. I told you guys I'm kind of working on an RC area and unboxing area, so we'll be seeing me doing this here in the living room in just for the next couple of probably vehicles or so. We'll see. But you guys know that we got to first get our new smell of RC car on. So it does not come with the wing and stuff installed. That's just to save on space and stuff for packing. But look at that bad boy up in there. We're just gonna toss this all over to the side. Look at that down there. So let me go ahead, let me pull this out real quick, and I'll show you guys kind of what you get in the box. All right, y'all, here it is in all its glory. And this is still, even today, is a pretty and nice built buggy. I mean, this thing is still a tank. It was a tank, shoot, 12, 13, 14 years ago, and it's still a tank today as well. I've always loved the look of this. They did change the color scheme a little bit before. They were gray, and you guys can search my channel and see some of the previous videos and stuff I had on this. But I do plan on running this. Don't expect skate park videos with this because I really don't plan on really trying to tear this up. But I will be running it against some of my other buggies, against my Radix 4, and then also some of my armor cars like the Typhon and stuff as well, just to see how this kind of fans up to those particular buggies and stuff. So anyway, you do get in the package, I'm not gonna make this unboxing that long, you do get some extra stickers, instruction manual, and you get this. I'm not even gonna open this up, so I'm gonna leave this in its original package just for JT reasons. And then you also get a 2.4 gigahertz radio, this TF41 radio. Now, I haven't had any issues or problems with this radio in the past before. HPI has used this for years and years, and there's no problem or issue with this. It fits good in the hand, and it doesn't feel like cheap or anything like that. So they haven't had to really change anything with this particular setup, especially with electronics. It used to come with an AM radio, and they changed that about maybe 7-8 years ago. But the buggy is set up, as you guys see, it's set up pretty nice out the box. The body and stuff is pretty thick on it, and you guys see these big bore shocks and stuff on it that are all around with it. So taking this body off, you guys will kind of see, for you guys that are familiar with HPI and stuff, you guys know they did kind of change this system out here. So no longer do you get, as I mentioned before, that torque Flux motor that HPI or that Castle had kind of made for HPI. It had like fans, or it had like a heat sink built into the motor sticking out. So that's no longer included. But this is still a 2200 kV motor, and it should still it should still run good. I don't think I'd have any problems or anything like that. But these are gonna have to go. I'm definitely gonna have to change these out because I'll probably just solder this into one connector and use a XT90 or EC5 or something on here. Because these Deans are just not gonna hold up to the barriers I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run at least a 6070C up in here. So, but the speed controller is waterproof. It is 150 amps, so there shouldn't be any problems or anything like that. These connectors on here are, I believe, still 6.5, so it's not 4.0, which is good. They did keep that, so that does help conduct that current a lot better. But you guys see the layout of this. It does come with sway bars front and rear. This is a thick chassis. As I mentioned, you probably can't see it too much here, but it is 4 millimeters. So that is a good thing. Most chassis nowadays are about 3 millimeters. So it's kind of hard to find a 4 millimeter chassis that's made of aluminum, 775 aluminum. So that's always been good. Like I said, guys, this buggy is a pretty old buggy, but the price point has kind of stayed the same over the years. I mean, when they subsided away, you could hardly find them, and they kind of got back in stock. But it's built good, guys. It really is. And you guys will see when I run it. The only thing about these Vorza is probably going to be the tires. The ready to run tires aren't the best in the world, but they are good for just kind of getting you running and stuff. But I do have several other tires and stuff I'm going to run on here, but I do want to, I love this sound. It just reminds me of the original sound. I do have some other tires I'm going to run on, but I do want to run this box stock out the box to some of my other buggies and stuff as well. But like I said, I'm not going to make this a long unboxing at all. You guys are pretty much familiar, most of you guys that have been in the hobby for a while, pretty much familiar with this buggy. And HPI, they haven't really released anything new except for the Jump Shot series, nothing new in the 8 scale. They are kind of repainting like their Savage XL and stuff like that. But it is what it is with that. I'm glad that I got one here. I got some extra parts, and I'll probably get some other parts coming just in case, because the price went up, and I think the price is going to go up on all RC cars. But we'll see how that kind of fans out in the months and I guess year to come to see how that works. But I can't wait to get this out running, guys. I mean, this body is thick. The buggy has always been a tank. I think I saw a friend hit a curve, shoot at 100-something miles per hour, and he had a slight bend in the chassis, and that was it. I mean, it pretty much survived it. He kind of hit it flat dead on like that, and I expected the whole thing to kind of topple, but it didn't. So this is a look at the HPI Vorza Flux. Like I said, I can't say enough about this buggy when it was first released. It being the first ready-to-run 6S capable buggy out there that could hit, I'd say in the 50s stock out the box. You got to change the gearing out to hit that 60s, but it's just, I think if you guys have been in the hobby for a while, you're a collector or whatever, this is probably something you should probably add to your collection. I don't know about that price about it right now, $739. But you keep looking around and try to find one, but the prices did skyrocket on this. But anyway, guys, put your thoughts down below. I'm going to get this running up as soon as possible. It's kind of raining on and off here, and I just want to do some trial runs and then just get this thing running. I'm just excited to get this out and running. And one thing I didn't get is I didn't get my double A's. I think, yeah. However I got this, they stole my pack of double A's. It normally comes with some HPI double A's, but anyway, it's all good. I got some Energizers in there. So you guys put your comments down below. Oh, one other thing too. Y'all see that? We get tools and stuff. So we even have tools back in the 2008, 2009 when they actually released this buggy. So that is a good thing. So anyway, guys, put your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. And let me know if you have one, what you've done to it. I'd love to know what you guys have done to your Vorzas. I probably will find a smaller spur gear. I'm gonna put that 46 in there. I think it was a 43 as well. Because I do want to put like a 19 or 22 thinners. I think stock out the box, you can probably barely fit a 19 in there, but I think an 18 is the highest you can go. And I believe this comes with a 15, because let's turn this around. Yep, that's a 15. All right. I believe this is a 46 or 48 spur. And the way this motor mount, just so you guys know, is adjusted. Get this to stay over. Is you have to loosen these screws right here, and then you see you can adjust the motor and move the motor over just a little bit to the left and right. So you can fit about a 17 or 18 in here. It's basically gear stock out the box to run like this with no heat issues, but we'll give that a test as well. But like I said, I'm just excited to get this out, get this ready. So you guys stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.